Hello, today I shall be tackling the challenge that is a Still Soul game in Hollow Knight, meaning that if I die, I lose it all. But first, I'd like to ask you all to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel, especially since I'm just beginning. Now, here, I enter Dirtmouth, and, well, as I enter Dirtmouth, I made the wise choice to, well, ignore Elderbug, walk straight past him, and to head towards the well, which I jumped down into, entering the Forgotten Crossroads. Now, there's not much that I do here, except I wanted to show you guys me killing 2 aspids with 1 stalactite, and me powdering a Vengefly to get my first Mess Shard extremely early. So I then head to the stat station and buy the stat, and go challenge the False Knight, who is extremely big. And, well, he's basically just the tutorial boss. So I quickly defeat him, getting a City Crest, which is an item that will be useful later on, and 200 Geo before going to Ancestral Mod and pick up the Vengeful Spirit, the first spell of this run. I go until the first Elder Boulder, and pick up the Charmed Soul Catcher. It's a pretty cool one, makes me get a little bit of extra soul. I won't really be using it. I then defeat the second Elder Boulder to get into Green Path, where I do the step known as the Split Strip. I go defeat the Moss Knight, which I do pretty quickly thanks to Vengeful Spirit. I then ignore the Vengeful team for, later in this run I want to get the Neglect achievement for leaving Zook to die, and I buy the Stab Station. So I then come across Hornet, who, yaps a little bit, but then I put her in her place and destroy her, picking up the Multi-Wing Cloak. So, this is Dash. It'll allow me to mount much faster. And, yeah, so after this, I, get bullied by the Dreamer. They tell me to fade away in the darkness, not very nice of them. But anyways, I quickly bench warp after this to Ancestral Mound, from which I head to the Thunder Wastes, where I get greeted with a very friendly invitation. I then defeat these 2 mushroom guys to get a Charm Notch, and I go to the Mantis Village, where I flip this lever so that I can go get the Mantis Claw, which is wall jump in this game. So anyways, after this, I go on to challenge the Mantis Lords, who aren't actually that tricky. I easily beat them. Yeah, and then I leave the arena, and I collect some rewards that I get for beating them. They include, a Howling Suit, which I can change for 450 Geo, the currency in this game, tons of Geo, and Mark's Pride. Sean let me to my no wonder. I won't be using it though. Here I insert the City Crest into a statue, which allows me to enter the City of Tears, in which I promptly get trapped. I then get a nail upgrade, go into the nail master and paying a little bit of Geo, and go fight the Soul Warrior, which many people consider to be a mini-boss, but was still put as a main boss and got home. I then go collect a Charmer, Spell Twister, and go fight the Soul Master. So this boss has quite a slow entrance, but one of the coolest in the game, if not the coolest in the game. He slowly enters from the background and then appears on the screen. Anyways, I quickly beat him, or so he wants it to think, for here he's just faking his death. And, there will be what we're meant to think is Desolate Dive, but really it's just, well, him coming back to continue the fight. So anyways, after this I actually defeat him and collect Descending, Desolate Dive, completing the main thing that I was going to do here in the first half of City of Tears. After this, I quickly head and get a simple key in the city storerooms before buying the city storeroom stag and leaving. I then go fight the girl's mother, who was pretty quick to beat because of my nail upgrade. But I soon figure out, after beating her, that that's not all there is to this fight, for I'm not able to leave the arena. It turns out she was pregnant. So I was fighting a pregnant fly, which isn't very fair, but alas, I have to kill our children. I then go to Salubraz, buy Shaman Stone, a Charm Notch, and then I equip Shaman's and Spell Twister before saving Sly. So anyways, I buy the Lumify Lantern from him, and I'm pretty sure I buy a Mash Shard, but Shaman Stone makes my spell stronger, and Spell Twister means that with a full Vessel of Soul, I can cast 4 spells. Those are the charms that I'll be using for the rest of the time. Anyways, I go to Grubfather and I collect another Mash Rod. Just been saving some grubs, that I haven't shown in this video. And before going and challenging the Budding Moloch, who I pretty easily beat, getting the final Mash Rod that I need to get my first extra mask, or heart in most games. That turns out now instead of 5, I have 6. And this also means that now I'll be heading towards Crystal Peaks. So I use a Dislet Dive to open the entrance to Crystal Peaks. I enter the Crystal Peaks, and I quickly do this skip to get a King's Idol, which I can change for 800 Geo. Geo is the currency in this game, I repeat. Then I go fight the Crystal Bergen, but before that I get the Shopkeeper's Key. Actually, I don't go fight the Crystal Guardian. I get the Shopkeeper's Key, which allows me to get more stuff outside shop, and I get the Crystal Heart, one of the abilities in this game. Last minute Super Dash. Then I go get the upgrade to Desolate Dive, which is Descending Dark. It's much more powerful and will make some bosses later on, like a Broken Vessel, much easier. I then enter Resting Grounds, get trapped in the stream, where the dreamers again aren't very nice to me. I have to listen to this little yap session about Monomon the Teacher, Hera the Beast, and Lorraine the Watcher, and how through the devotion I'll last eternal. So, yeah, so here they're all like, it cannot be done, fade away. Well, anyways, later I'll be killing them, so I'll kind of regret these words that they're yapping. I go get the Dream Mail, which will allow me to go into their minds and kill them. It's one of the mandatory items in this game. A lot of them you don't need to get, but this one you do. Anyways, after that I go fight the first Dream Warrior, which is Zero. His fight's pretty easy. I defeat him rather quickly and earn myself 100 Essence. Essence I can exchange for rewards to the Seer, which is this Moth NPC. Anyways, after this, I head into City of Tears, the second half of it, through the Catacombs, and I buy the King's Station Staff. Yeah, so I go fight this fat golden dude, who drops quite a bit of Geo when I defeat him, and I go challenge Dung Defender, which is this screaming dung beetle, who used to be much more glorious, but is now just a spraying ball of poop. Or at least, well, he lives in like, tons of bulletproofs, and he loves done around. So, I mean, he's not very glorious right now. Anyways, beating him means that I get this charm, Defender's Crest. A lot of people only ever use this for one fight, being Broken Vessels. And I also go and I flip this lever, which will allow me to get Isma's Tear later on. I then enter the Abyss, get a Paylower, and challenge the Broken Vessel. I'm not using Defender's Crest here since I thought that the fight would probably be easy enough to do without it, because of Descending Dark. And as he doesn't prove to be much of a challenge, and I quickly defeat him, allowing me to get the next ability in this game, Monarch Wings, or Double Jump, as it's called in most games. It's just that they made it a little bit cooler in this game, of course. So, after I get this ability, I go and I, by the stab station, in someone's hidden station that's found in the ancient basin here. I then go to the twin station where I also buy the stat station before getting the mass shard there so that I can hopefully get more health later on. And I enter Deep Nest through Fund Rapport, earning myself another mass shard. I then go and fight Nos, who probably has one of the coolest entrances in the entire game. He pretends to be you before revealing his true identity as this spider creature. Well, at least he looks like a spider to me. But then I quickly defeat him, and he explodes, leaving like a broken version of my skull behind, and I collect a payload that I get from beating him. So now I go to the Beast Den entrance and do this, and use this shortcut to basically skip the entirety of it. You can only take that shortcut if you have Monarch Wings, also known as Double Jump. Usually speedrunners catch to do that, because, well, they don't take the time to get it, so to take the longer, which isn't much of a, well, it doesn't take that long. But then I, enter Hera the Beast's, dream, and I get rid of her. I absorb her, or, well, I absorb something in her, or something like that. And, this allows me to remove one of the 3 seals to Black Ed Temple. Anyways, I'm pretty sure that after this, I go and I go to Hallownest Crown. I get a Pelor. I'll soon be getting 2 different nail upgrades with Halloween Pelor, but before that I went to Ismas Grove, which was opened up because of my fight with Dun Defender much earlier on. And this allows me to get Ismas Tier or Acid Immunity. So here I'm getting 2 nail upgrades, trusted all 3 of my Pelors, and 2,800 geo. So now I go and I fight this, not a second Soul Warrior, who drops quite a bit of geo and also allows me to get that upgrade to my other spell, Vengeful Spirit. It's now going to be Shade Soul, a much more powerful version of it, especially combined with my charm, Shaman Stone. Anyways, so after this, I go to Fog Canyon, and I collect a Charm Notch, and I challenge Umu, a boss that defends Monomon the Teacher. Anyways, I quickly defeat this boss. Well, also it's affectionately known as Pumru, for a lot of people dislike this boss, for obvious reasons. Coral, your friend that helps you during this boss fight, he kinda sacrifices himself for something to let you get into Monomon's stream, where I absorb it, or something about it, or I don't know. Anyways, yeah, this means that now the second out of the 3 Dreamers is defeated, and this means that I'm 2/3 of the way towards going to go fight the Hollow Knight, which is going to be the last thing that I do in this run. I won't be aiming for 100%, I'll only be going for this. So anyways, we get to see the mask disappearing from the Black Ed Temple's entrance. So, right after this, I head to Watcher Knights, where I hit down a chandelier to get rid of one of them, and I basically destroy them, and then collect tons of geo and a Hallownest Seal, which is equal to 450 geo, when I exchange it at Lem's shop. I don't actually show me going to Lem's shop and selling all those relics, and I don't show me grabbing a lot of relics too, since I didn't deem that necessary to add in this video, just as I didn't show most of the grubs that I saved. Anyways, here I've entered Luri in the Watcher's stream. I go and defeat it and then absorb what, you may ask? I'm not completely sure. But anyways, after I absorb it, now finally the 3rd seal to the Black Ed Temple's entrance is, well, being gotten rid of. So now I can freely go into the Black Ed Temple and challenge the Hollow Knight Or, well, one of the final bosses of this thing. So here it shows the Blackhead Temple's entrance getting removed, and I go and I fight the Hollow Knight who's inside. So anyways, before I can fight him, I have to cut these 4 chains that tie him to the ceiling. And, well, I eventually cut them all. I was starting the fight. So anyways, this boss is not that hard for... Well, the harder boss is going to be the Radiance, which you can fight once you get Void Heart, and you fight this boss, and you Dream Yell it after Hornet pins it down. But I think they mostly just made this boss kind of hard, but not too challenging, so you could challenge the Radiance, well, whenever you want. So here, I absorb the infection, and the blast of the Radiance comes out of him. If you notice it, yeah, here it was. So anyways, here I absorb all the infection and become the next Hollow Knight. So this entire time I wasn't actually the Hollow Knight, I was the Knight. And here, there's this cutscene where it shows me becoming the Hollow Knight, full of the infection. Hopefully, unlike the other Hollow Knight, I'll prove to be successful. I don't think I've developed any emotions during this run. But anyways, some shrines tie me up. And, the Blackhead Temple is sealed by absolutely nothing. So anybody can come challenge me whenever they want. But, so now, I've beaten the game and I get a message from Team Cherry that says, "Congratulations, you played skillfully and proved to have a steel soul." I hope that all of you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, then you can or comment them. It would also be extremely helpful if you liked and subscribed. I'm a starting channel, so I really would like to build a community around this. So I finished the game